Okay, good afternoon, online students as well as on-site. Good afternoon. Okay. How about the online students? You don't know how to say good afternoon to your teacher?
Good afternoon, teacher.
Okay,
Good afternoon, teacher.
good afternoon. So let's wait for maybe about 2 to 3 minutes and then we will start with our hands-on activity. While waiting, please open Scratch. Okay, so let's start now. Once again, good afternoon. So what did we do last week in Scratch? What did we do with data list in Scratch last week? Anyone? What did we study? Okay, and then what function of data list did we do last time? For the first 2 weeks, we have used the add and the delete functions of data list. How about last week? What did we use? Anyone? You have Scratch there open. The answer is there. What was our focus last week? We are done with adding and deleting. So what's the other one? Online, I just want to repeat that you can answer also. What function did we do last week? Your Scratch is open, right? Huh? Change the answer. Why answer? Okay, so last week we studied about replacing or changing an item in a list. Okay, so that was what we have discussed last week. Today, students, we will combine the three. So we will add as well as delete and replace items in a list. Okay, so I will show you an example output of what we are going to do today. Okay, so this is an example output. So as what you can see, there's a list here named products. Okay, and then when you start the program, oh, why nothing happens? Wait. Why is it not running? Okay, wait. Sorry. I forgot something. Okay, so this will be the output of the thing that we are going to do today. I know, not choice, sorry. Okay, so when you start the program, it will ask you if you want to add, delete, or replace. Okay, so it will ask you and you will enter A D, or R. So if you want to add, then you will answer A. If you want to delete, you will answer D. And then if you want to replace or change something, you will answer R. So for example, if I say, or if I answer A, then it will ask you the product name. Okay, so for example, the product name is milk. Okay, and then after that one, since you have said, if you have chosen to add, then that product will be added. And then it will ask you again, are you done? Yes or no. If you will answer yes, then the program will stop. Okay, but if you answer no, it will ask you again. Do you want to add, delete, or replace? So you will still have the same answer. Is it either A, D, or R? So for example, R. Okay, and then it will ask you, enter the number of the product you want to replace. So in this case, we only have one product here. So we will try to enter one. And then after you enter the number, it will ask you to enter the new product. So for example, the new product is egg. Okay, and then after that, it will change here. Okay, and then it will ask you again. So are you done? Yes or no? For example, no. Okay, it will ask you again if you want to add, delete, or replace. Okay, so that's it. And then for example, this time you selected D. Okay,
Teacher, may I go to the toilet, please?
yes, you may. Okay, so delete, and then it will ask you enter the product number you want to remove. Okay, so for example, in this case, we only have one product, so we will choose one, and then that one will be deleted. And then it will ask you again, are you done? Okay, but this time, if you answered yes, then the program will stop. But if you answer no, it will ask you again if you want to add, remove, or delete, or replace. Okay, so in this case, I will answer yes because I'm done. Okay, so the program will stop. Okay, so this is the thing that we are going to do today. Okay, so don't worry, I will guide you. Okay, so now students, I would like you to open Scratch and select any character. The character won't matter. Any character will do. Okay, done, online and on-site. Okay, now I would like you to make a list. How do you make a list again? What will you do? Anyone? How do you make a list in Scratch? Where will you go? Okay, you will go to variables, and then after that, okay, make a list. Okay, so I would like you to create a list named products. We did this one already for several times. So I think you know how to do this one already, even if I will not guide you to it. Products. Okay, let me annotate. Products. Done? Online, are you done?
Yes.
Okay, so now we have the list for products. Okay, so now let's have a code for this one. Okay, the first code that we need to have here is that when we start the program, we will ask the user of the program if he or she wants to add, to delete, or to replace. So how are we going to do that? If you want to ask the user, which block are you going to use? Huh? Control, are you sure? Students, if you want to ask the user to enter something, which block are you going to use? Okay, ask, where can you find it, Ton? Okay, under sensing group. Okay, so you need to have the ask block. Okay, and then you will type your question. Okay, so you can have type A for add, type A to add. Okay, D to delete. I will change to 4. Okay, D for delete, or, oops, sorry, I ran the code. Okay, delete, or R for replace. Finish? Online and on-site, are you done copying this one?
Yes.
How about the on-site? Are you done? Okay, now students, we need to store the answer to a variable. And how are we going to store the answer of the user here in a variable? What will we do? We need to keep the answer because we need to get the answer of the user and store it or keep it somewhere. So how are we going to do that? Students, it's the same lesson that we had last time. Huh? No, sorry. Thanks for trying, Ton. How are we going to keep this one? What should we make? We will make something here. And what is that? Like we will set this one to the answer. Anyone? What will we do first? We need to do something first before we can use the set block. What are we going to do first?
Make the variable.
Okay, very good, Kaimuk. So we need to make a variable first for the answer. Okay, so for this one, we will create a variable and we can name it choice or answer. It's up to you. Okay, for me, I will name it choice. Okay, and then what's next? What's next after this one? Yes,
Set
Flower.
choice.
Okay, so we will set the choice. Thank you, Flower and Kaimuk. Set choice to answer. Very good. Okay, so set choice to answer. So whatever the answer of the user will be kept here, but it will change from time to time. I mean, when the code runs again, it will change. The answer will change. Unless if the user chose the same answer. Okay, so the data here would be A, D, or R. Only one of them, either of the three. Okay, so now students, we need to have a condition. Okay, that if the user typed A, then it will ask the user to enter the product name. Okay, so how are we going to do that? For conditions, what do we usually use in Scratch? For conditions, for example, if the user typed A, then the program will do something. How are we going to do that? Anyone? Simple programming. Anyone? Okay, how are you going to convert this one into code? If the user types A, then the program will ask the user to enter the product's name. How are you going to convert this one into code? Okay, control what block? Okay, so we need to use the if block. Okay, so let me clear the annotations. Okay, so we need to use the if block under control. Okay, so if, then block. Okay, so for the condition, what are we going to put inside of this one? What are we going to compare? If blank is equal to A, what should be inside of this oval? If blank is equal to A, what should be here? Anyone? Answer, we are not using answer here anymore. Remember that we kept the answer somewhere. So, okay, yes, that's right. So if choice is equal to A, then the program will ask the user to enter the product's name. So how will the program do that? What's the block? What are the blocks inside of the if then block here? Anyone? Variable right away. Again, students, I have a clue here. I will type it again. If the user types A, the program will ask the user to enter the product's name. Clue. Yes? What's that? What's the first block here? Okay, so the user will ask, or the program will ask the user to enter the product's name. Okay, and then what's next? Take note that you ask the user here, so it's better if you keep or store it somewhere. So what's next? Anyone online? Okay, we need to create another variable for this one. Okay, so for this one, students, we can have maybe for the name, we can have new product since we are adding a product here. Okay, so make a variable named new product. Okay, what's next? What's next to this one? After you created the variable, what's next? Anyone? The code here inside of the if block is similar to the one that we created earlier. So what's next to this one? After asking, what should the program do next? Anyone? Okay, I will wait for you till you answer. I will not just give you the answer. I would like you to try to analyze because we studied this one already for several times. What's next? Yes, Flower? Huh? What's the next block here? Online, how about you? Do you have something in mind?
Add.
Not yet. Students, if you are making a variable, you need to store the answer to that variable first, especially if you are asking. Students, the code is similar to this one. It's very, very easy. You will just change something. Oh my goodness. We studied this one for so many times already, but you still don't understand. I don't know why. I think I'm not a good teacher. Why would you set choice? What did you ask here? What did you ask here? What's the question? Okay, you need to set new product. Set new product to what? Are you sure? If you have this one, students, what will you get? If you have this blue block, when the user type it, what do you call that? Answer. Exactly. Okay, and then what's next? How would you add the product to the list? How would you add the new product to the list? What will you do? How do you add here? Using codes? Oh my goodness, it's very, very easy. Why would you use answer? Students, if the answer or if you store the answer to a variable, the answer is not the answer anymore. It is the variable. Take note, you store this one in a variable. So the answer or the variable represents the answer already. So you should not use the answer block anymore because this one is already here. Okay, so add what? Okay, add new product to products. Okay, now try to run your code. And then type letter A. And then for sure the program will ask you to enter the product's name. For example, the product's name is chocolate. And then once you press enter, chocolate will be added here. Did it work? Yes or no? Okay. Now, I would like you to do for the delete. Okay? So the delete function has the same, has a similar set of codes here or set of blocks. Okay, but for the delete function, the program will ask the user for the number of the product. Okay, so in this case, you will make a variable. Okay, this is a clue, but you will code it by yourself. Okay, product number. Okay, product number variable. Okay, now I would like you to add another if for this one. And then do the delete function. So if blank is equal to D, then, okay, do it by yourself. I will not give you the answer. I will give you the answer later, but I want you to try first. If the user types D, okay, so I will type it here so that you will have a clue. If the user types D, then the program will ask what the product number is. And then after that, the program deletes the product from the list. Okay. Do it by yourself. I will give plus 20 to the student who can get this one. First student. Only one student, the first one who can get this one will get 20 points. Okay, I'll give you maybe 7 to 8 minutes to do it. Again, another clue, the code is just similar to this one. You will just change some things here or some blocks. And you have the clue already. If the user types D, then the program will ask what the product number is. And I already showed you how, when we created the product number variable. So I gave maybe 2 or 3 clues already, 4, 5 clues. Students, we are on delete already. Yes, Flower, done? Okay, let me see your code. I will see your code. Okay, so Flower got it right, so he will get plus 20. Very good, Flower. It is very, very easy, students. The code is just similar to this one. What are you going to change here? You will change A to D, right, Flower? Change A to D, change the question here or the command. Enter, instead of enter the product's name, enter the product number. And then here, set, instead of new product, set product number, which is the variable that we have created earlier. Okay, set the product number to answer, and then instead of add, delete. Since we are talking about the delete function here, delete product number to products, or delete, yes, of products. I gave the answer verbally, so please do it by yourself. Okay, online, if you can finish it before the class ends, we have 7 minutes left, then you can send it to our line group. But if you don't have, this will serve as your homework, which must be submitted before 12 midnight tonight. Okay, until 12 midnight only. For online, for on-site students, I think 10 minutes would be enough for you to do this one. And students, please do not forget to save your file because we will use this file next week. Next week, we will do the replace. And then after that, the loop. The one thing that will make the program ask you if you are done or if you are finished. And then you will answer either yes or no. We will do that one next week since we don't have enough time. Online, any questions? Online, do you have any questions? Okay, so no one's answering me. Okay. So I think that's it. You can submit your work until 12 midnight tonight. Please change the file name to your nickname and your number. Okay, for today's students, just the add and delete functions. Okay, next week will be replace and the loop. If you want to try again or not. Okay, so I think that is all for today, students. I will see you again next week, okay, to continue this activity. Again, please do not forget to save your file. Okay, if you don't want to send, then it's up to you. I will just write 0 here, okay, in my class record, so that is up to you. Only a few, very few students, 3 or 4 students are submitting every time, okay, and even on-site students, some of them I give it as a homework, but they don't do it, so they don't have points here also. Okay, students, I encourage you to send your work if you don't want to fail. If you fail, then you will come back here in summer. Okay, so that is all. I will see you again next week. Goodbye, everyone. Stay safe and have a nice day. Bye.